Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Gurunatha, and today in this video we are going to discuss how to extract the data from multiple Excel files. As you can see here, we have the two Excel files, Excel1 and Excel2, and from each Excel how to extract the data from multiple sheets. As you can see here, we have sheet 1 and sheet 2. So what we are talking about, we have a scenario where we have multiple Excel files, and from the each Excel file we have the multiple sheets, and how to extract that data and load to the SQL server. So this example we are going to demonstrate in this video. So before we get started, if you really like this video, please give us a big thumbs up, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to our channel, because your one subscribe and one thumbs up motivates us to create more technical videos on MSBI. So without wasting any time further, let's get started with our example. So for that, let me go to my Visual Studio 2019. As you can see here, so we have the control flow here. So now let's go to our SSIS toolbox and let's drag and drop Foreach Loop Container. So this will be like for bulk Excel files. So we have the Foreach loop here for bulk Excel files. Now we need one more Foreach loop container for bulk Excel sheets. So I'll say for bulk Excel sheets, and now we require a data flow task, because yes, we want to move our data from source to destination, so that is to data warehouse. Yes, so there you go. So now it's time to create our variables. So let's go and create a variables here. So to get a complete Excel file path, we need one variable for the same. So I will say Excel full path. So this will hold a complete path of Excel. Now we need one more variable. So this will be like a string type. So sorry. Yeah. Now we need one more variable to hold the value of sheets. So for that, so I will say Excel sheets. So just to know that on which sheet we are in. So this will be like sheet 1 by default. So there you go. Close. So now it's time to configure our first for each loop for bulk Excel files. So let's double click on it. So there you go. Go to the collection, say file eliminator. So here we are going to select our file from which we have to load the bulk Excel files. So there you go, bulk Excel file sheets. Yes, variable mapping, Excel full path. I will say okay, done. Now it's time to go and configure the bulk Excel sheets. So for the same, let's double click. Let's go to the collection. Now here I'm going to select ADO.NET schema row set enumerator. So there you go. So I will say new connection. So this will be like new. Now in order to make the connection with the Excel file, we need to change a provider here. So as you can see, we have to go to the .NET providers for OLEDB, and we need to select Microsoft Office 12.0 Access Database Engine OLEDB provider. In case if your Excel version is between 97 to 2003, you can also select Jet 4.0. But since my Excel version is 2016, here I am going to select 12.0 here. So I will say OK here, right? And here I am going to provide my file name here. As you can see, this is my file name. So this time I am just hardcoding this, but after this we are going to make this as dynamic. So how to make it dynamic? Let me just show you after this manual connection. So I will say blank password first. Yes. So I will go to all. So in the extended properties, since I want to connect with the Excel here, so here I am going to provide Excel 12.0. There you go. So in the provider, you can see the provider name is microsoft.ace.oledb 12.0, and this is our data source. So let's test the connection. Test is successful. Let's say OK. Let's say OK. And let's select tables here. Yes. And let's go to the variable mapping. There you go. And here we will select Excel sheets, right? So the index will be the 2, right? The position of on which the row data we will get here is the 2. So that's why we have selected 2 here index. I will say OK. So there you go. Now let's make this as dynamic. To make it dynamic, let's go to the connection here. Let's say properties, and in the expression we have to go here and we have to say server name, and in the server name we are going to use the Excel full path. As you can see that. So let's drag and drop. Let's say OK here. Let's say OK, right? So this is done, and let's make this validation as true, that is delay validation, right? So this is done. So we have made the connection dynamic here, as you can see that. Yes. So I'll say save all. Right. Now it's time to go inside the data flow task here. Let's drag and drop the Excel here. Excel source. Double click on it. New connection. Browse. Again Excel 1. Manual file we are giving here, and here I'm going to select the version as 2016. Don't worry, this hard coded one I'm going to change it dynamically. So first let's make hard coded one connection successful. I will say OK here. Okay. Now in the data access mode, I'm going to select table name or view name variable. Okay. And from here I'm going to select Excel sheets. Yes. Why Excel sheets? Because our data records are there in the different Excel sheets, that is sheet 1 and sheet 2. So that's why I am using the variable name here as Excel sheets here. You can see the column, you can see the preview. Yes, let's see the preview. As you can see, close. Okay, done. Now the same way, let's go to the properties here. Now in the expression, let's go here and change the Excel path and make this dynamic by using this variable Excel full path. I will say OK. I will say OK. Right. So this is done. Okay. Now it's time to go and configure the destination here. So for that I'm going to use my Oledb destination, as you can see here. Yes. Let me connect here. Double click. New connection. Yes. Okay. And this will be like table or view fast load. Yes. I will say new here. Yes. So here I am creating the destination table dynamically here, as you can see that, by using the SQL syntax. So destination, I will say OK, looks fine. Let's go to the mapping. The mapping is done. I will say okay, that's perfect. Okay, now it's time to go to the control flow here, and let me select data flow task and let me go to the properties. Let me make the delay validation as true here. Yes. So there you go. Let me save all. So before execution, I want to ensure that my table is empty. So for the same, what I will do now, I will go to my SSIS toolbox. Let me drag and drop the execute SQL task here, as you can see that, and let me do the connection. So there you go. Let me just double click on it. Let me say the connection is practical DB, and here I'm going to write a truncate statement. Truncate table destination. Okay, I will say okay here. Okay, so there you go. Just to ensure that before running the package, all the records are empty in the table. Okay, so now let me save this and let me start running the program. So let me set up this as startup here. Right, so it's done. I will say start. So there you go. Our package start running here. So there you go. As you can see, friends, we have successfully executed the project. So let me just stop it and let's go to our table here. As you can see that destination table, I will say execute. See, you can see that the record from Excel 1, sheet 1 we have received. Record from Excel 2, sheet 2 we have received. Record from Excel 1, sheet 2 we have received. Record from Excel 2, sheet 1 we have received successfully. Right? So now to watch it more closely, what I will do, I will put a breakpoint here. So I will say edit breakpoint on pre-execute. Here also let me put a breakpoint on pre-execute, and here also let me put a breakpoint here. So there you go. Now let me save it. Let me start debugging. So you can see that we have the two variables at the bottom, Excel full path and Excel sheets, right? So by default Excel sheet value is sheet 1, as you can see that. Yes. So let's continue the debugging. So there you go. You can see that now it is extracting the Excel 1 here. That is the first Foreach loop container. Now let's continue to the another Foreach loop. As you can see that now from the Excel 1, now it is extracting the data from sheet 1. Now let me continue. Now you can see that from the Excel 1, now the data is extracting from sheet 2, right? And the same data flow has been executed, and you can see that 5 rows. Now let's go and continue again. Now you can see that from the Excel 2, sheet 2 has been executed, right? Now let me continue. So there you see from the Excel 2, sheet 1. So let's continue. So there you see, you can see that from Excel to sheet 2 it is getting executed, right? So let's continue. So there you see it is done, right? So we have executed our program successfully, as you can see that, right? So friends, thank you very much for watching this video, and if you have any doubts or queries, please post your doubts and queries in the below comment section. I will be very happy to answer your queries and doubts. And before closing this video, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video, because one like and one subscribe really motivate us to create more such technical videos on MSBI. So thank you very much friends. See you on the next video.